Good morning, friend. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are Friday, the 13th of December 2019. Remind you, this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice. This is only a presentation education. Please consider term and condition before you continue. Saying when you're receiving this recording. As well, thank God for another end to my life and I pray His blessings to that in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, I do a pre-webinar recording because I have a court date today with my daughter, and yeah, I just didn't want to do much. Yeah, I cannot stay too long tonight there. Um, so there is on GBP news at 8 o'clock. The market just spoke half pound. Australian dollar rate sweeps and election G2 cent pushback. Losses 1.3 handle ahead of the UK elections result. Breaks above Britain's landslines, biggest levels FX3. That's actually 49 minutes. Would be this one would be close to the one just happened. So has urgent 2.5 respondent exit polls on the UK election, which has a massive 110.67 firm, and GBP is trading the highest levels weekly chart. And yeah, that's the movie's been quite incredible. So anyway, so then we have 11:30 core retail sales, and then we finish with this one, nothing more. So as we say, there we are. Pound Swiss, pound New Zealand. The moves has been horrendous. 400, 500 pips. Gapped the market. Not only that, but it gapped the market, and it just spoke up. Now there are some issues with this when these events happen, where the you know um, um, whether yeah, it's just very tricky when you are into this. That is the euro pound gap, and just flew down. Pound yen, same thing, and pound US, same thing. So that's big moves. So it's amazing that again support over there, and from there it's just that's a nice consolidation. Market breaks this week. So I think it in the weekly candle close, all targets has been hit. It has 300 pips target, and we're gonna end up with a very nice week over there. So as we say, we want to look in the weekly candle close today. Week 49. No, it has to be week 50. Where are you? And let's have a look now. What do we have? No, where is the? Oh, we finished last week still with sun. We left a lot of, yeah, that's what it was. We left a lot of these currencies moving on. There are some currencies that we closed. So that was the previous week, we say, and that was that ended up on Monday. So let's have a look what pound yen it did there, and there it is. So and look where it actually is getting targeted. So our trade was over here. So 300 pips. Go reach out, open a new trade, and it's about to hit already in break even because those ones was having 3, I think, 2, and 1 is being used. So definitely this one got close and 300, and I reopen a new one as from that, and it's in the break even now over there, and I can be in peace with that one there. So that was the pound yen. So good results. Then we have the New Zealand yen, and that was where we were in the New Zealand yen in that moment. So New Zealand yen is just continue. So from there, where we were here, that's what I think it says here. So the market come to stop me out on the break even. which it was over there, re-enter over there, and shoot up over there. So this one I can really save now that entry, and that's the target that we have over there with the New Zealand yen. So yeah. Okay. Now, if I don't interfere with the EA, with the way I do, this one, would be just completely into the nice profit. But I think we have to let it run there. Canadian yen, we were looking, that was already in a stop loss. Then we have that euro yen, we got a stop loss as well. Then we have the US yen, no trade. Then we did have that break even with the pound Australia, but I think it had re-entered as I did not took it off from there. So pound Australia, and wow, look at that. So here it is. So what it did has done is re-enter there. Wow, that's a very sharp moves. Um, has a very small stop loss this one because of that. So 50 pips only. And we'll see, maybe they got the 50 pips on the first trade. So two trades has been there. That was the one. So that's the second one. And then now it's shooting towards the other one there. Yeah, that was expecting. So that's what I say. It should not be entertaining those trades. This is the pound US. It was just about to get the target, and I believe that by now the pound US did go the target with no problem at all. Listen, what are you? And let's look at the game from here. So, wow, he got a stop out right over there. 140 pips. Go there. It did not get the target what I was expecting, so the market come back. Yeah, I got the take profit in the midline. Re-entered it again. Now it's in a break even with a 200 pips, and I'm very sure that this one possible will get where it is. So far so good. Then we got the pound Canadian. Same, was about to get the target break even, so it was knowing a risk. This one over there, and pound Canadian got over here, stop out with 140 pips, re-entered again with break even, and now getting to the 300 pips. Nearly got it. See, just a whisk over there. And then for us, I find, even towards the weekend, Friday is good idea, the midline, to take some profits from there. All right, so that's a quite nice feeling. This one was continued from the previous week there, so Euro New Zealand. So let's look where we are with that. Uh, we're still in the daily, still playing around. The only thing I can do there, and I said maybe now I can put so 360 would be 350, yeah, 350. I can connect the grid system over here. I'm in a profit already. So what is the grid system is here, isn't it? So grid system there, true. We say 350. And with the Euro New Zealand, maybe I will do 70 pips instead of 50. So 70 pips, and the take profit will be 60. So um, I have um, I have 10 pips buffer there. So every 70 pips open an order, but it will take profit in 60. All right. And I want a half a percent of this guide over there. And that's it. So we leave it over there and see what um what can happen from there. All right. So that's mean that when the market reach now this one, I can extend it to here. I can really from here get that. This one is the other way around. So somewhere there. Okay. So and there we are. So from here, 70 pips. Oh, plenty. 7, 4, 5 orders, plenty thing. But the original order still over there. All right. So then we have the other one was New Zealand, US. Running New Zealand, US, and that is, yeah, completely into the target. That's a big target, and the only thing I can do for Friday, make sure maybe I liked over there, good space, and let it run. But at least I secured some 87 pips from now on. Um, there we are. This is Australia, New Zealand. It has a pullback already in 100 pips level. Now it has a big, strong pullback because this is I'm trading my live account. This one, and here, yes, that's what I mean. So you see, once you got that one in place, this, then the rest is just history, really. Now if I look, or where I am, and I said from here to there. This is why, because this is a strike move. Now we got a retracement, so now I can looking for there. Okay, so that's it. So that's that quite good idea. So as we see, it's been quite good. Um, that the weekly candle close. I don't think so that we should entertain anymore the daily. This is just what we needed to make profit. So this week, the week 50 now. So we did have the euro yen to look to go which way? Short, he says here. So let's look what the euro yen did is to look for shorts, and the short never happened. So instead of that, it went the other way around. So that's it. No to cry over, and we stick with our system, and now we can put in don't chain, not tray, and nothing has happened from that one there. Okay, so then we did have a long position with Australian US right over there. Australia is strong, US is weak. That's all we want to know. Now, when we're looking here, Australia has a big move up. The US has a big move down. Look, this strategy really can turn everything around in any person life account, because you're just looking one day a week, put that robot to work, and then the settings will be according to what we want at the end of the day. So that's very good. So there it is. Look, the whole week went first down, 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 down. So broke up over there. Now I can maybe use the midline as my safe there, and there we are. But the good thing, we did not we don't need to be here, isn't it? So that's the best part. We don't need to be here. And this one, for example, that's at 10 pips. The speed was so bad. It should be maybe for this type of currency, should be, oh no, it isn't the five pip buffer five. It must be the broker shoot up there. Never mind, that's still in a good position. US Swiss, we were looking to go short, and now over here, that is the setup. The Swiss is strong, the US is weak, and here we have the Swiss in the way up, the yen, the US in the way down. That's all we want to know. Put the E8 over there and walk away. All right, don't come and help there. And there we are. So it went down, and I'm sure it got 47. Maybe this one got a stop out, because I got this one as my stop loss midline there. So again over there, a small loss. That's it. Take it or leave it, and don't worry anymore for that one there. I don't like this currency anyway, but I just give it a try. Canadian yen, we're looking to go short with the Canadian yen because of what it was over here in Canadian yen. Short and never happen. So that's the beauty of safe, so that, and we're looking for go short. So right now we're just changing and say no, I'm not interested anymore. Didn't make money, didn't lose money, but it's still on the winning side, and that's all we wanted. Um, there, we looking to go short, beautiful down, 1 week up, 1 week down. So we look in the euro when Australia went up and the euro came down. So euro Australia, we're looking to go short. So that's my short over there. And from that moment, we do the drums, and the drums say, "That is your short." Look what it went. It went first in the way up, all big time up, and suddenly, bang, it come down. All right. So now it's just a normal risk, 56 pips. Maybe I can move a little bit down, but it's the volatility of the British pound at the moment is causing these moves. And what we can say, it's just, and that's the end. And wow, what amazing there. All right, so I was just gonna do a short presentation webinar today. I just want to show you something that it really, we're gonna follow this. 2013 was a really turning point in my life when the weekly candle close, came into existence, and it really went from there, to to many different strategies that I've been following up. By the way, I just wants to show you about the crypto war. This is something that you need to be taking attention. The question is, at the end of the day, let's put in the weekly time frame. This is the weekly time frame. The question is in here, we need to, understand, it's $41. All right. Now, every time you see a high and a low in the market, this one doesn't go more. Yeah. Every time you see a high and low into this market, is this you? Is this me? Oh no. Why line studies? You cannot get it, this thing. All right. So every time you see these highs, and we look in the close there, you see the possibility of here to get there is high. All right. Now, is $41 too much for you just to buy the equity buy and sell? You know, let's say you have $1,000. How many coins can you buy with $1,000 in Litecoin? That is the biggest questions that you should done. And is, I believe in crypto. I don't like much of the trading area, but I like the investing area. We are visiting at the moment very serious levels, which is, if we do our what we know it works better, that's the golden candle. Look where we're visiting right now. So this tip alone, so imagine that you're buying at $40 and you have the potentials of $300 coin. Let's say you have $200 spare. You decide to say, I will not have takeaway today. I'm not going to the cinemas to see the latest Frozen movie, but I'm going to get that one there. All right, so that's really, a lot of people think this is ridiculous, but think twice, please. This could be one of the greatest opportunities ever created. Ethereum, is a lot of talk about this. Ethereum actually, they reckon is going to be the future of planet Earth. If you look at the how Ethereum is being using, there we are. So we are really touching levels that we know the market will work. Now it's $130 this one. This is more expensive than the Litecoin. $1,000 that you have is spare or $500 you have is spare, just put it over there. But look the potential this can go. Now from $130 to $1,224, that is a big, 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 big. Everybody thought here it was the move. Even if I would have bought, somewhere over there, you see, uh, that is 270. You haven't lost it. You buy it. It's now so easy to buy cryptocurrency with Binance. I can, if you need links, I can send you links of the crypto. You can use your credit card. The purchase is just ridiculous, easy and quick at the moment. It's many ways. But this is something that, I'm buying month by month as the market continue, because I believe this is one day, someday is gonna, broke up. This is now Bitcoin, the same thing. A lot of people say, "Oh no, this is scam," and when people say that, I just feel sorry for people. That they don't see the opportunities actually is in our eyes to do something about this one over there. Now, if I look better, um, so that's my golden candle there. So at 5,343, I'm waiting. So here, I guess everyone's would jump in that, based on maybe in this. This was a quite nice there. I believe a lot of people would have bought over there, but that's now it's different. 7,000. And now you are in the 7,000 there. So I'm looking these highs. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm looking these highs over there. Um, it might possible, have still some room to move at the moment. But yeah, this one I buy bits and bits every because the potential for this one, um, if you get at around here, even the high over there is 7,600 there, and you decide to sell in that one there, that's 17,000. Now that's a horrific return. All right. So yeah, please, like I said, Litecoin, Ethereum, they are currency, they are the cryptocurrencies that could be, knocking this war very soon. So at the moment, they are the opportunity. If you notice, the biggest, the more millionaires are made in Earth on the crash than on the rising market. So I believe this is something good. Sometimes if you consider, so you're going for holiday, you spend, $10,000, go for holiday, and then after that you left memories behind it, and invest in this, it can really turn around things. All right. So let's now look something exciting. What is going to be Jeff Arco's new workspace and things like that. Now, unfortunately, I cannot get this one that the I cannot get this one. How you come? Gonna put this one in the other side. Come up, that should be fine over there. There. Okay, so we got it there. Now, two things always is gonna be very interesting in here. Every week we have this. All right, every week it comes with a list of the strongest to the weakest and the positives and the negatives over there. All right, but how we're gonna combine this with this one over here is the exciting part of the puzzle here. Let's look at any currency. Let's put it, for example, Canadian. Let's look at from where the Canadian is. I wish that I could have more data with this one over there, but anyway. So that's. I know actually this is not the one that this is this year. I want to look at this year here, 2016, because then we can relate, more back history. Like I said, I wish that I could have done a more in history over there. That's Canadian, and that's the end of that. Uh, the end of 2016 over there. Now, as we're looking over here, what happened? As we're looking over here, Canadian has his move. So what we want to be looking is this week shifting. From here it's been coming down, 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 down. Suddenly it shifted the market from there, and that it is, as we say, the key day. This is our key week that we want to be looking. Now, we want to make sure that that turnaround is matching very much of the table that we have the weekly candle close. So when we display it over here, we can see that when we display here, we can see the list that we have over there. Then we look at this one here, you know, then we can see, okay, Canadian, where is Canadian? Oh, yeah, that's it's a good number. So then we can look from that on, and make decisions. So, but anyway, that's the 14th of November, 2016. So we have to go a little bit back. 2019, 2000. This is the weekly. Yeah, that's the weekly. That's the one we're running. 2016 there, and it was November, I think you say. November, yeah, and that was 14th of November. So 14th of November, it should be somewhere over there. Now this one I have in the daily because unfortunately I cannot go that far, and so we're gonna be using the daily from this one over here, and that was the pound Canadian, which I should have put it over there, and there it is, and 2019. When these things happen. 18, 17, 16. There we are. So I guess I need to delete it and put it back again because these things will know that it is 14. So we move in one more. 14, that's Monday. Ah. Okay, so that we are, and we're gonna be looking everything related with the Canadian. So keep in mind the Canadian is getting strong at that moment, that week. So we're looking from the top U.S. Canadian, and yes, the Canadian is not getting strong; it's weaker with that. So we don't worry about that. The Canadian is getting strong, and that is the week. Look, if here we decide that we want to enter into the daily highs, if here we decide to put in our stop loss and the daily lows, and that's what the 40 and the 4 hours does. It holds you there. And then you're going to be looking for rejection points, rejection points, rejection points, and rejection points. You didn't know the bottom, you didn't know the top, but it's the 60 in the middle, what it should excite us, all of us. How many of you say, yes, this is what we wanted? Let's look at Euro Canadian. Wow, Euro Canadian is getting stronger, and there it is. The same thing. We decide to put an entry over here. We decide to put a stop loss over there. And from there, rejection points, rejection points, rejection points. And there we are. How good is that? Just by looking the moment like this. Pound Canadian. Now the Canadian is not strong here, so we say thank you very much. We move to the next one. Now we see. You see, we just need to be looking something that actually describe here, but it is that weak. The daily will give you a lot of headaches. All right, but no this one over there. So right from there, there it is. Now look how in fractals of rejection points, how good is moving your stop loss into those levels like that. If we follow fractals along, even that, I would be happy to get out of that, after such a big move. And there we are. New Zealand Canadian. Wow, the first week that turns around. Isn't it? First week that turns around, and here was a bit choppy, But that's okay. Even if you get out over there, look when you enter back again. Even if you get out over there, look when you enter again. Even if you get out of there, look when you enter again. There is not, you know, my goodness, this is unbelievable. Canadian Swiss. Wow. What is this telling me over here? And look, we have possible, lot of support over there. Never mind, and there it is. That's my entry, that's my stop loss, and then look the fractals until there, and that it is. They didn't get the top, they didn't get the bottom, but that's what is going over here. So the same thing, if we're looking at that day, what happened in that week, that day, 24th of October. All right, we're going to be looking what happened the 24th of October because the Canadian went up, down, up, and ended up on a break even. So we're curious to know on the 24th of October, what did happen that day? And that is the 24th of October. Nobody's in there. Let's look the New Zealand Canadian. What happened on the 24th of October? We don't know the bottoms, we don't know the tops. And sometimes even, a simple trend line would say to me, yep, that's a nice level to get out of or whatever it is, but you will be into profit. Nice 3 weeks. And that's it. Australian Canadian. Nice consolidations. Back again over here. Break even possible over there. Pound Canadian. Now we say the Canadian is weaker. Now it makes sense. The Canadian is weaker and the pound is stronger. So therefore, we have more. 851 pips. And here, the 4 hours, we can get out of the 4 hours, back again over there. We can get those slices, nice slices that the market can give it to us with no problem at all. All right, my friends, so that's all I have for this week today. And send you the recorded very soon. And have a nice day, nice weekend. We're looking at Monday with the different eyes. See how this one is going to affect very positive our trades. Have a good time. Cheers and bye.